Tell us a little bit of what happened at the crossing this morning when Title 42 ended.
You had maybe 25 people come to the bridge, and they wanted to present themselves. So Victor Cavazos, the other director of the Sidewalk School, he did speak with each family and just asked if they knew the disadvantages of presenting yourself here at the port of entry over having a CBP1 appointment. All three families had no idea what we were talking about. So he did explain, like, these are the disadvantages and the advantages of waiting. One family in particular, the Colombian family with a small child, said immediately no, because they want to become citizens. They want to, live forever in the U.S. They can't go back to Colombia. So immediately, but once they made the decision they didn't want to cross, that's when Mexican military came and told everyone to get off the plaza and pushed everyone back towards the Matamoros encampment. So even, let's say they did want to, they would not have been able to because Mexican military was not allowing anyone on the bridge. But they didn't want to anyway, but that's after they were told the disadvantages of it. It's not really fair.
Yes. And what is the Sidewalk School doing in the camps to ensure that people have the information that they need to make their choices?
We are, and few people know this, the source of information in Matamoros and Reynosa. We do huge pushes in all encampments, in all shelters. We go from encampment to encampment, city to city, and we hand out the information in the language the person speaks, and we make it as clear as possible so people can make the right decision for themselves. This is not the misconception on the American side is unfortunate. Because if people understood, like, there's 7 encampments in our region. There's 3 in Matamoros, there's 4 in Reynosa with thousands of people living in them. So clearly no one is running to our country trying to invade anything. They are trying to wait to legally do it, but they're given this glitchy app, spotty internet, and the app favors iPhones, which is a very American thing. Most people outside the US use Androids. And depending on your Android, you may not even be able to download the app. So then you have to save money to buy a different phone that can download that app. Also, the phone has to be a new version of the phone. It can't be older than like 2021 or something. This is very difficult for anyone around the world coming to a different country to somehow know all of this. How would you somehow know these facts? You have these little bitty NGOs like the Sidewalk School that I know most people have not heard of, but we're the ones telling these facts to families as they come up so they can make a decision. That's my thought.
And the governments on both sides of the border are providing support to organizations such as the Sidewalk School?
No. Neither government supports us financially or any other way. No. We depend on American citizens, are people all over the world, kind people who just believe in the fairness of the system, who believe in humanity and dignity, to support the Sidewalk School. That's the only way we've been able to do all of this. And fortunately, a lot of people do. And that's great, because it shows more people care than don't. We've been going for almost 5 years now off of the kindness of strangers. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yes, and we've seen it. We went to Reynosa to visit a lot of the places where, local organizations, social organizations, and even individuals are providing support to people in need of international protection. Many of these people are escaping massive human rights violations.
Yes.
And it's what they want across the border.
Yes, that is very true. People, I think the word invasion makes it seem as if people are just like coming to the U.S. just to come hang out. And I know I don't know if people think about the fact like you're leaving your home, you're leaving your family, leaving your friends, you're leaving the only place you know, and you're taking your whole family with you across this dangerous journey of thousands of miles across countries to get to this border. No one does that for fun. No one does that just to cross to hurt other people. No one does that just to hang out in the U.S. You're doing that because you're fighting for your life.